We have Polygon symbol MATIC versus the dollar. And what do we have? We have yet again another base at the $2 level. And I'd be saying the same thing as what we said over the past few days here, that corrections down to $2 are fine. We just don't want to see any closures below, more like actually 192 in this case, to be quite honest with you, but $2 just sounds a little bit easier to say, and that is kind of where your closing bases are coming in. Anyways, ultimately, I do still look at this as another higher low in the making, and that would only be invalidated, key ingredient here, below about 192 on a higher term time frame closure. Until then, I look at this as your next very likely higher low. We would have naturally another drive of hidden bullish divergence here. If this does confirm as a higher low, how would you confirm it as a higher low? That is the next question, obviously. Well, in this case, we could probably go down to a 4 hour, of which I would say any sort of a 4 hour closure above both the 200 simple and also your range highs, which is 228 and change, would do it for me. Until then, you got a higher low right here on the shorter term timeframes. You don't necessarily have a higher high just yet. This doesn't really count to me. That would confirm that, and also confirm it on a daily as well, as above about 228 in this case, with targets back up basically around your prior range highs between 250 and 267 or so. There's probably gonna be stops along the way, obviously, but for right now, I do think that this one is showing a nice corrective phase as it does mature throughout this region. 5-day had a decent enough closure right here. Do we even have we will not have, no, we will have, actually we will have hidden bullish evidence on the 5-day, in fact, ever so slightly, but it would be present if that does confirm above the same region as well, in fact. So we're seeing a lot of confluence between all of these ones. Weekly, same shit as well. So that is good. And of course, the monthly long term, we just saw a backfill in last month's open and now up. That is good. So I'm actually looking at MATIC as, I wouldn't necessarily say that like it's likely to complete that correction today, but it does have a lot of things in place that do look, more or less good. Anyways, looking at the daily over here from a momentum perspective, we do see daily stochastic turning up above 207. Good. 5-day, which just closed last night, is still corrective. So long term, I don't think that you're like busting through all-time highs anytime soon. I think that you will be correcting for a while, but both 2-day and daily are looking like they are going to turn up relatively soon, as is the 12-hour, which already has above 197. Beautiful. 4-hour should be all the way up there as well, freshly up above 211. So yeah, man, I'm actually looking at this one as just likely to trade sideways and up from here. I'd really only get bearish on a new closing lower low below about 192. Until then, the next big area to be aware of is about 228. Above 228, especially on a 4-hour closure, you're going to confirm local lows on all time frames, basically up to like a 5-day, maybe even, up to a 5-day, of which that's going to confirm hidden bullish evidence as well. Turn up all your momentum oscillators and, well, probably get moves back around your prior highs in the following weeks. And this one's still, among some of the more strong ones longer term. So Polygon still showing relative strength. I should talk about what happens if this one does break its current lows. At that point, I'm looking for this one to come down quite significantly, meaning somewhere around about 170 or so. But for right now, as long as Bitcoin kind of holds its own ground, I expect that Polygon probably does something relatively similar as well. So hopefully that's helpful. And there you go for MATIC, sir.